Welcome to Hope Matters Radio.
So as we get back to real estate done right, looking at the property management, the investment angle of rental properties, we have Walt Marchowski and Ed McDonald in studio with us from Hartsville Realty, and Joe Cunningham from RE/MAX Eastern sharing his expertise too. So Joe, Landlord Tenant Act, there's a lot going on here, isn't there?
There's a lot of stuff that people don't know and surely aren't aware of before they rent properties. They just think, hey, if they don't pay, I'll just tell them to leave. And it doesn't work that way, does it, Walt? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
No. Pretty much, possession's 9/10 of the law. The tenant's in there. It's pretty tough to get a tenant out of a property, depending on what township or county that you're in. So definitely, if you're an owner or an investor with a property management company, you want to make sure your paperwork's done correctly, your leases are drawn up right, all your, everything's agreed upon. If you have rents collected, you want to make sure you have that documented, what's not collected. So if you do have to go to court, you're very well prepared.
And you want to show up at court with the right ledger, like Walt's talking about.
Yeah.
You want to be there with, there's certain things you can't charge if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the law. Right, exactly. You don't know what the limit is for a late fee. You show up in front of a judge and it looks like you're trying to take advantage of the tenant. It's not going to be, it's already not in your favor when you walk in the door. So you want to just make sure you have your ledger ready. Like Walt said, all your licenses prepared. And we have an attorney on retainer that we use, that we provide all the information to, and he's familiar with the courts and the laws in 3 or 4 different counties that we work with, and he handles all that.
It also helps you too. You want to know what in the lease you can legally do, what kind of late fees you can charge, when rent's due, when you can start evictions, things like that. So it does help to have legal counsel with you. Eddie and I were actually down in landlord tenant court this week with our attorney, learning some stuff and watching how the process goes. So it's not easy to get someone out of a property.
And what areas do you handle? I know you handle Philly in the Northeast.
Yeah,
we've been using you for years.
We handle the 6 county areas in the southeastern Pennsylvania. Each county has different process to get your property back, so to speak, which in layman's terms is evictions. And that's what you want to do. If you're not getting paid, you got to get the asset back so you can get the cash flow back. Mm-hmm. They're all about 80% of the same, but you're going to have different nuances for different licensing and different processes for different counties. In Philadelphia, because of the volume, it takes a little bit longer, but most of the counties are probably 30% less of the time from start to finish for the eviction process. We have different attorneys in different counties that handle that, their own retainer for us.
Some of the things that we do as our company, we'll almost like a mortgage company, you'll send out late notices. We make phone calls. I mean, we make a lot of attempts to try to work something out, either a payment plan or find somebody a lower priced home if they need something that, they have a situation that happened where their income is not the same as it used to be. So for us to go through that whole process, it's easier to work something out if we can before that process takes place. That's the last resort that we want to do, is to go to actual court and put a judgment on somebody.
You're listening to the Hope Matters Radio Show. When you have questions about property management, if you're an investor, if you're looking to become an investor, the most important thing that you can do is call 855-775-HOPE. That's 855-775-4673, or go to hopemattersradio.com. Check out our guests' information today, all of their bio and background, their contact information's there. We have Walt Marchowski and Ed McDonald of Hartsville Realty here sharing their expertise to see that you're on the path to success.
Hope Matters Radio is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit hopemattersradio.com for more information. That's hopemattersradio.com.